Rosh Chodesh Tov. B'ezras Hashem Mincha is going to be 5:20. Please be on time. The discussion we'll have today is what happens if a Chazan, as we mentioned, I think 2 days ago, where a person goes ahead and he's Chazan and his Tfilat al-Lachash, he made a mistake that would require him to go back, either the Ya'alev Yavo or the Barech Aleinu. And we said that if he remembers at the end of the Tfilah, we tell the Chazan that, look, you have Hazara in front of you, so why would we make you go back? You could just pray the Hazara, and that way, that will count for your own personal Tfilah as well. Okay, that's all very good, but what happens if the Chazan didn't realize he made a mistake until he already started the Hazara? So now, he didn't really have in mind when he began the Tfilah to be Yotzei Dechovah, because he figured that he was Yotzei in his Lachash. And then he remembered probably when he got up to Barech Aleinu or Barech Aleinu, realized, wait a second, I didn't do this when I was doing the Lachash. Now he's in the middle of the Tfilah, and he realizes that he really was supposed to intend to be Yotzei Dechovato. So he's sort of stuck. What does he do in such a case? And the Halacha says, in such a case, we would tell him you're allowed to continue in the Tfilah, and it would still count as your own personal obligation. Which is very interesting because usually we don't say that. Usually we say when you're in the middle of a tefillah and you realize that you already prayed or that you needed to pray something else or something like that, you usually have to stop in the middle of the tefillah because you had in mind one thing and now it's another thing. But here in this case we say, no, continue, and it's perfectly fine, because I would assume the reason is because that even the Hazara, what am I saying it for? It's also that Seti Dechovah, it's also an obligation. So in a sort of sense, I had in mind to be obligated, at least for the tzibur, and now I just insert myself in there too, and that's good enough. That would count, and he would be able to continue the tefillah, and it would count for him to receive credit for it, and he wouldn't have to go back and pray again. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen.